So we have learned about some of the basic formulas of geometry and this quadratic formula. If we have some quadratic equation, how can we calculate the roots of this equation? What is the meaning of root? The meaning of a root is if we put that root into this equation, or say value of x in this equation, that comes out to be 0, which satisfy this equation, that is called a root. Now let us come to some trigonometric functions for angle theta. So here we have a triangle. So let me draw something like this on this side. So we have a line. We have a line. My line is not very good, but still think that it is a straight line. This line is a straight line. Okay. So this line is making an angle theta. This line is making an angle theta with this x axis. So this is x axis, this is y axis. Let me extend y axis as well. So now let me put these dotted lines here. So we have this much. Angle is theta and total length of this line is r. Total length is r. So this is our figure. Angle is theta. So this is y axis. So this value which it is cutting on y axis, let us write it as y0 or y0. This value is y0. The value it is cutting on x axis is, let us call it x0. So on y axis it is cutting at y0 and on x axis it is cutting at x0. Here they have shown it by x and y. So they have written y axis and x axis and they have shown by this length as y and this length as x. Okay. So same thing I have written with y0 and x0. This length is x0, this length is y0. Same thing but with a different name. Now let us see what are the trigonometric ratios for this case. Trigonometric ratios for this case. So this is our figure. This is our figure. So on x axis, so I have made a figure like this. This was y axis, this was x axis, and on this x axis, this distance was x0. On y axis this distance was y0. If you see, this has become a rectangle kind of thing. This is y0 and this length was r. Now let us see one by one what are the trigonometric ratios. So if we see just this triangle, let us see this triangle A B C, in triangle ABC. So sin theta, what is sin theta? Sin theta is just this perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So perpendicular is y0, hypotenuse is r. They have used y instead of y0, so y upon r. Cos theta, cos theta is base is x0 upon hypotenuse, so x0 upon r. Now one important thing is, for considering sine, we just see the length in front of angle. So what is the length in front of angle? This length is in front of angle. So that length is called perpendicular. For cos theta, even if a triangle is given to you, you can easily identify which is the longest side. Longest side is always hypotenuse. Okay, longest side is always hypotenuse. And how to identify base and perpendicular? So just to identify base, we see This is definitely hypotenuse because it is the longest line or longest length. So but which one is base, this one or this one? Because we have taken theta here, so line adjacent to this angle is always the base. So cos theta is base upon hypotenuse, that means x0 upon r. Side just in front of this angle is called perpendicular. Suppose we make a triangle like this. Again theta is the angle here. So which is the longest side? This one is the longest side. So this is hypotenuse. Just side just front of this angle is perpendicular. And this side adjacent just near to angle is called base. So this is base, this is hypotenuse, this is perpendicular, this is angle theta. Now what is third ratio? Third ratio is tan theta. Tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. So if we divide sin theta, so what we get? We get y0 upon x0 because r and r will cancel out. So we get y0 upon x0. So tan theta is y upon, so instead of 0, y upon x, cos theta is x upon r. So in this way we learned about trigonometric identities. Now these are three important identities: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. Now some other identities. So what is opposite of sine? Opposite of sine is cosec. Okay, so this is y upon r, this is r upon y. What is opposite of cos theta? Opposite of cos theta is sec theta. This is x upon r, this is r upon x. What is opposite of tan theta? Opposite of tan theta is cot theta. Y upon x, this is x upon y. So we learn about these trigonometric identities. We are learning or we are revising because this is very useful. This is these are going to be used very much. Now Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is only true for a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So this is a right angle triangle or right triangle. Here we see one angle is 90 degree. Suppose I have a triangle like this. So in this triangle Pythagoras theorem is not true. Pythagoras theorem is not true, but these ratios, trigonometric ratios, are still true. These ratios are still true, but Pythagoras theorem will not be true. So let us say in a right angle triangle, so this is longest side C, these are two smaller sides A and B. So what is Pythagoras theorem says? Pythagoras theorem says that the square of longest side is equal to the sum of squares of both the sides, both the small sides. But remember, C square is not equal to A plus B to the whole square. Whole square is not there, so this is not true. This is not true. What is true? C square is equal to A square plus B square. That means for a right angle triangle, the square of longest side is equal to sum of two other squares of two other sides. That is Pythagoras theorem. Now triangles, angles are ABC, opposite sides are ABC. So you all know that this sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now let us make a triangle ABC. Okay. So now if this angle is A, okay, this angle is A, this angle is B, this angle is C. So I have marked angle A angle, B angle, C angle. So opposite sides are just opposite of A, just opposite of B, B, and just opposite of C is called C side. So in that triangle, in any triangle, sine A by A is equal to sine B by B is equal to sine C by C. This is true. Write this identity. C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. This is true for any triangle. This is very similar to Pythagoras theorem. But problem in Pythagoras theorem, this term was 0. This term was 0. Why? Because here you have cos and this angle is 90 degree. This angle, seen angle is 90 degree and cos 90 is equal to 0. So this term goes to 0, then again it becomes complete Pythagoras theorem. C square is equal to A square plus B square. If angle C becomes angle C becomes 90 degree, this term becomes 0. So this is same as Pythagoras theorem. Exterior angle D is equal to D equal to A plus C. So let us see what is the meaning of this exterior angle D is equal to A plus C. So see this triangle. So this is angle C, this is angle A and this is angle B. Now what is exterior angle? Just outside the angle. So this is total angle. And if we remove this angle B from this D, so how can we calculate? So we know angle on any line is 180 degree. Okay, angle on any straight line is 180 degree. So this segment is a straight line. And sum of the angles of triangle is also 180 degree. So this line is 180 degree. This sum of angles of triangle is also 180 degree. So if I remove this angle, these angles A and C from this B, that means sum of angle minus A plus C. This is equal to angle of B, because A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degree. So how can I calculate B? Just take A and C other side. So this is again equal to 180 degree. Whole thing is equal to 180 degree. So how can I get this angle? D is equal to, total angle is 180 degree and I am removing this angle B. 180 minus B. This is equal to D. And what is the value if I remove this? So let me write this, and this B is gone this side. This is equal to A plus C. So we get D is equal to A plus C. But what happens if I need this angle, or if I need this angle? So we don't have to do anything. Any other angle is just the sum of other two angles. Any exterior angle, suppose this exterior angle is E. So what is the value of E? E is equal to simply A plus B. Okay. And if this exterior angle is F, so what is the value of F? So remaining angles are C plus B. F is equal to C plus B. So these are the properties of the exterior angles.